Hello, people of YouTube! My name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, and feel free to comment down below what you'd like me to do for future anime and cartoon-related content. So today we are talking about God, the God of high school, I should say. The is in the front of it, of course. Season 1, Episode 8. And definitely some interesting stuff going on. So we learned the power is called Chiracoke, if I am pronouncing that correctly. And basically, it is a borrowed power from the gods that humans can acquire, which is why some people have it, some people don't. Apparently, at one point, anybody could have it, but now I guess there has to be some sort of special circumstances in order to get it, and Dawi is after it right now. I'm messing up names. Mori is not after it, and neither is Mira. They are kind of focused on their own separate thing, so they're not really worried about it. We get a little bit of back history about Mori's grandfather, and the new character Park, the guy in the hoodie with the tiger on the back. He actually wears the tiger on the back to basically show his respect for Mori's grandfather, because he was the one that gave him a book full of all these different Taekwondo moves in order for him to be good to go in the future and be as powerful as he is now. The blue-haired guy, Takik, if I'm saying his name correctly as well. I probably butcher a few of these names throughout the reviews here that I've done. Him and Park have some sort of issue. So basically, Mori and Park have like a quick little fight. Mori is definitely not into it. He's not paying attention. Park definitely is very similar to Mori in that he finds somebody that he wants to fight and he just does it. That's why you saw the thumbnail, basically them going at it a little bit. Neither one of them meant to hurt each other. It was more of a just kind of friendly sparring match, getting to know each other type thing. And Park seems to be a decent guy. Taik, on the other hand, doesn't. He basically used his abilities, his Chirioke, in order to bring the shark out and basically shoot one in the back of Mori's head, which probably would have killed him because with the situation with Mori's grandfather right now, not knowing what's going on, it put him in a kind of a crappy, depressed state of mind where that's the only thing on his mind, and he's not aware of his current surroundings. So while we're talking about that, let's just get right into what happened with Mori's grandfather and how the episode ended. Basically, Mugen showed him, Mori, the pictures of what happened. He was definitely in a fight. There was definitely blood. And Mori was like, there's no way my grandfather is dead. I'd be more worried about his opponents in that particular situation. And, but then he's thinking about, the amount of blood that was left behind. Who knows? So he's thinking that his grandfather might be dead, and that's getting him very down because he hasn't seen him for 11 years. So Mori just turned 17. Mira and Dawi both came over to celebrate the birthday. He definitely had a good, happy, fun time. They got him out of his mood. And they got a random notification on their little kind of power counters on their wrists, and definitely got him in a better mood until he unfortunately received a letter on his way out the door, which was not good. So in the tournament right now, we got to see some of Park's abilities. He was really the only one that we got to see use some crazy, weird kind of like super slap attack. And I was like, what is going on? He's like doing this. And it looked like he was like just slapping the crap out of the guy. But it was definitely interesting. He is definitely a powerful person. The opponent he had actually had the Chirioke ability, but he wasn't very powerful with it, and he got defeated fairly easily. There's also his cousin is also in there as well, and she is a muscular woman that has some good martial arts skills as well there too. So possibly two more important characters that I think we'll be seeing a little bit more of the future. More Park though, because he is associated with Mori's grandfather. So you can definitely see a lot of him in the future. Seems like a decent guy. He wasn't out to beat the crap out of Mori for the sake of beating the crap out of him, unlike Tahik was, but he was definitely just trying to help him out. I think Park knows that Tahik is going after Mori because of the connection with his grandfather, because for whatever reason these other guys don't like his grandfather. And at the end of the episode, we saw them actually kidnap his grandfather. His grandfather had one arm. And my guess is going to go into kind of the shonen aspect of it, where basically if the character loses their arm, they're safe. I'm like 90% positive. I don't foresee him dying anytime soon. I mean, who knows? I could be wrong because this is technically a webtoon and not a shonen anime, but generally speaking, when you're missing an arm, you're good to go. You're not actually going to die, and you are safe from what we've seen in the past. from a bunch of different shonen anime, and probably a few others as well that I'm forgetting to mention too. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. Before we get into kind of predictions for next episode, let's talk about what's going on with Dowie. Because he interfered, he got suspended from the next fight. So now it's basically 2 against 3. I'm guessing it's still going to be 2 against 2, but who knows? It might end up being 2 against 3 because obviously now the entire team is going to suffer because Dowie did what Mori did previously and got suspended. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens in the next fight. My guess is they're going to be fine and move on to the next round. But it's going to be interesting, though, because they are going against Park, so that is probably going to be a large portion of the battle. My guess is they're going to continue to do the whole, like, a little bit of a gender thing because the third member of Park's team didn't seem that important. So it's probably going to be Park versus Mori, and Mira versus Park's cousins, whose name I am forgetting at this point in time. She was in the episode very quickly, but she is very powerful. She took down this huge muscular dude in like half a second and just kneed him in the chin, and he was just out for the count, flat out on the ground. Nothing he was going to do. He got his butt knocked out pretty easily. So what I think is going to happen next episode is Mori may or may not go after his grandfather. He's definitely going to go after his grandfather, but I'm thinking what's going to happen is because of the wrist thing, Mujin is most likely tracking all of the candidates, knows what their whereabouts, what they're doing, etc. Probably has somebody overseeing them, and I'm guessing he is going to stop Mori from going after him because if they could defeat him, and apparently his grandfather was an extremely powerful person, the chances of Mori actually being able to defeat them in his current state are very bad because one, he's very emotional right now, so he might act erratic with his movements. And two, he doesn't have the abilities at the moment. He is not physically strong enough or capable of defeating the people that has his grandfather. Now, we saw the picture of him chained up with one arm. We didn't see the note. There was a note associated with the picture. I'm guessing it's one of those we have your grandfather type situations. If you want him, come get him type deal, or something along those lines. Also, they're trying to unlock the power of God. So there's some sort of key, something going on with that. Maybe we'll get some more information there. But my guess is that this is how it's going to work. So Mori is going to continue to train and just get stronger. Dowie is probably going to get the Cherry Oak power and become super OP. And Mira is going to master the Moonlight Sword Art and also become super OP. I think that's where all three of those main characters are heading. Tahik is probably going to get defeated and be very angry or maybe possibly get killed because he's one of the Nox people. And actually, basically, Mujin also, kind of all the commissioners, he said remove your limiters because apparently they have limiters to limit their abilities even though they're super strong. But basically, it's probably sealing their power because I'm guessing it's one of those situations where if they don't have the limiter on, a few of them might not be able to fully control it and might get out of control and crazy and a lot of civilian deaths in the process, which would not be good. But because he's going after this Nox person, he's like, all right, take off the limiters, go kill him. That's basically was the goal, to find them and kill them. And I think he's definitely powerful enough to stop Mori from going after his grandfather. He's going to be like, look, I know your heart's in the right place. I know you want to save him, but let me take care of it. Go fight in the tournament. That's what you need to do right now. I think that's probably what's going to happen. Mori's going to get stopped and basically have to go in the tournament. And or Mori's just going to be gone, and because Mori's missing, they're just going to kind of allow Dowie to fight. That is a possibility as well. So it could go either one of those two ways. It's either going to be Dowie's going to be fighting, or Mori is going to get stopped by Mujin or a commissioner, something along those lines, and then forced back into the arena to fight. But I have a feeling he might. It's a possibility he might lose, but I highly doubt it because they're not going to have the main characters lose the whole shebang. I mean, it's literally called the God of High School. Mori is the character. He is the single most important character in the show, to my knowledge, unless they do a flip like they did with a flip up like they did with the Tower of God with Bam and just confuse the crap out of me in the last episode. And now I want another season, which I'm sure we're going to get at some point in time, but who knows. I think we're getting 13 episodes of this anime, not 100% on that, but I think I looked into it finally figured out it was like 13 episodes, but I could be wrong. It might be 26, but based on Tower of God, I'm guessing we're getting 13, and we'll have to wait probably 6 months to a year to get a second season. But what do we got? 1, 2, 3, like 5, 6 episodes left, somewhere around there, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 5 episodes left if there's 13 episodes. Which, a lot can happen in 5 episodes. As I said, we got to go get Mori's grandfather, save him, learn more about the key, learn more about the Cherry Oak, see what's going on with the Nox, why they hate Mugen, and all those people, the Mori's grandfather. We got to learn more about his past too and see what's going on with there. But Park and Mori for the win. They're going to be the tag team duo of the century is probably what's about to happen. And I can definitely see them both becoming very, very strong, very, very powerful, and blasting everybody out of the way. So there you have it. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.